If your communication hasn't changed, you haven't changed. If your communication hasn't changed, you may have had a great epiphany or insight or meditation, but it hasn't integrated, it hasn't embodied. Why does communication define you so much? It's an immediate extension of you, right? At least your psychology, but also of the degree of awareness you have of your psychology. Because there might be a lot of stuff that's going on in your psychology. It doesn't mean all of it needs to get communicated. One can have a very troublesome psychology, but have a great degree of awareness of it and great amount of honor, at least to the degree that it's possible for them, of what they choose to communicate and why and how present they are to it. So having awareness of your psychology. What is relevant? Why am I sharing this? Where am I coming from? Communication is probably 70 to 80% of what I use to gauge the resonance of that person, the fitness, the readiness of that person to our team, to our level of standards of honor and integrity and so forth, or at least a revealing factor, right? It's what exposes where a person is at. There's nothing you can do to hide where you're at. All you can do if you want to improve your game is actually improve your game, not fake your game. If you change your communication, you will most definitely change. So because it's so directly related to our psychology and our awareness of our psychology, if you don't work on yourself, but all you do is work on your communication, you will change along with that. It's a gateway into change or transformation or awareness. Would you agree? If you look in terms of even conventional success, if you just master your communication, you're going to be able to be successful in whatever field, whatever you want to get across. And yes, it's absolutely important how you land with others if you care about the message that you say you care about. If not, it doesn't matter. Understand that any time we open our mouths, it has an influence, it has an effect, and we're actually hypnotizing the people around us. Communication is manipulation. There's no other way around it. Unless someone's absolutely not listening. But even then you could say subliminally they pick up on it. So literally every word that comes out of my mouth is changing the people around me. I'm manipulating your experience of life every time you listen to me talk. No? There is no way for me to talk without manipulating you. Now the intention is not to manipulate you in the negative connotation, but that's just the physics of communication. It's constant co-manipulation.
Remember, the core meaning of manipulation is not good or bad.
Right.
This is manipulation. I'm manipulating, I'm moving that edge.
Yeah. Same with the word distortion, by the way, which I use a lot. Control yourself when you're communicating. Be aware, in other words. Be intentional. That anytime nobody's really watching or tracking you, it's easy to fall back into your old patterns, your speech patterns, your communication patterns, how much self-control you exercise, how much importance you give to each moment of your life. We don't have to be militant about it, but the degree to which I see people, when they relax, also relax their standards of honor and clarity of communication. And it's no longer context dependent, it's no longer observer dependent. You actually care about what you say, why you say it, when you say it, how much of it you say. Once your standard has changed, there will be a transition period of embarrassment. Not to go into judgment, but it's healthy to be like, kind of cringing at your own automatic speech patterns, and But that's part of the fun. It's like, oh shit. It's how you know you're taking a leap in awareness. Just by questioning every single thing that comes, like, just pause yourself. You can go with it, but then be aware of what's happening, right? Sometimes it's more effective. Sometimes it's more effective to pause before you say it. You can play around, but to be radically honest, which is difficult. But if I was to objectively write this down as a film scenario or whatever, what would I say is this character's motivation for saying what it just said? Just take yourself out of it. Just make it objective. Give me one good reason why you said what you just said. One. Like, what's the only logical belief or reason or motivating principle that generated that word or that sentence or that way of speaking? And just be honest. Just observe it as it is, like a comic book. And apply that to yourself. It's going to be fine.